Hello everyone. Welcome to Karnataka LMS, Namma Shakti, Namma Bhavishya, Department of Collegiate and Technical Education. This video is with regard to the subject organizational behavior for the management students. I'm Ranjita BR. I'm going to present a topic on organizational change. So what is change? Change is inevitable in the life of an organization. In today's business world, most of the organizations are facing a dynamic and changing business environment. They should either change or vanish. There is no third alternative. Organizations that learn and cope with the change will thrive and flourish, and others who fail to do so will be wiped out. The major forces which make the changes not only desirable but inevitable are technological changes, economic changes, political changes, social changes, legal changes, international and labor market changes, environment, etc. So recent survey of some major organizations around the world have shown that all successful organizations are continuously interacting with the environment and making changes in their structural design or philosophy or policies or strategies as the need be. According to Barney and Griffin, the primary reason cited for organizational problem is the failure by managers to properly anticipate or respond to forces for change. In a dynamic society surrounding today's organization, the question whether a change will occur is no longer relevant. Instead, the issue is how do managers cope with the inevitable changes that confront them daily in attempting to keep their organization viable and current. Otherwise, the organization will find it very difficult to or impossible to survive. So organizations that learn and cope with change will thrive and flourish. And others who fail to do so will be wiped out. So organizational change refers to the alteration of structural relationship and roles of people in the organization. It is largely structural in nature. Organizational change is an important characteristic of most organizations. An organization must develop adaptability to change, otherwise it will either be left behind or be swept away by the forces of change. Organizational change is inevitable in a progressive culture. Modern organizations are highly dynamic, versatile, and adaptive to the multiplicity of changes. The term changes refers to any alteration which occur in the overall work environment in the organization. So change ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯನ್ನ ನೋಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ಯಾವುದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುವಂತಹ ಯಾವುದೇ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯನ್ನ ನಾವು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. To quote another definition, when an organizational system is disturbed by some internal or external force, change frequently occurs. Change ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಸಮ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಾಣೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಚೇಂಜ್ as a process is simply modification of the structure or process of a system. So, ನಮ್ಮ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್, ಒಂದೇ ಸತಿ ಆಗುವಂಥದ್ದಲ್ಲ, ನಿಧಾನಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಈ ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆಯ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಕೂಡ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು. ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಗುಡ್ ಆರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್, ಒಳ್ಳೆದಕ್ಕಾದ್ರೂ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು ಚೇಂಜ್, ಅಥವಾ ಕೆಟ್ಟದಕ್ಕಾದ್ರೂ ಆ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು. ದ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟಿವ್ only. So from all these things we can conclude that change ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಆಗಿರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, so changes may be from internal or external forces in the organization. Change is a part of the organization efforts, affects the whole of the organization. Change, ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಒಂದಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ರೀತಿಯ ಇದರಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಅದು ಅಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದನ್ನ ಕಾಣ್ತೀವಿ. Changes will affect the various parts of the organization in varying rates. ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೂಡ ಅದು ಟಚ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ same rate. It may be varying ratio. And the speed. Changes may affect people, structure, technology, and other elements of the organization. Change may be reactive or proactive. So, reactive ಆದ್ರೂ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ proactive ಆಗಿ ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗಿರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So with this meaning and definition, let me move on to the causes of organizational change. So there are a number of factors, both internal and external, which affect the organization functioning. Any change in these factors necessitates changes in the organization. So changes may be external or maybe internal. So let me see what is the external pressures. External environment affects the organization both directly and indirectly. The organization do not have control over the variables in such an environment. Accordingly, organization cannot change the environment, but must change themselves to align with the environment. So external changes, organization don't have any control over the variables, but they have to change themselves to cope up with the changes in the external environment. What are those external pressures? Let me study one by one. First one, there's a change in technology and equipment. Technology is the major, very important external force which calls for the change. The adoption of technology, such as computers, telecommunication, or flexible manufacturing operation, so have the impact on the organization that adopt them. Advancement in technology is the major cause of change. So each technological alternative results in new forms of organization to meet and match the needs. The computer control for direct supervision is resulting in a wider span of control for managers and flatter organization. So many management will have to adopt the changed technology or a changed production process, or in the bank they have gone for the core banking system, fully computerized accounting systems, so that they eliminate the they make the work faster and the reduction in the labor force. So new technologies has arrived, and the organization who have adopted these changes will survive. Otherwise, if they not adopted these changes, they will be wiped out from the business. Next one, marketing situation or a market situation. Marketing situation are no more a static. They are very subject to very changes, volatile. They are in the process of rapid change as the needs, desires and expectation of the customer changes frequently and rapidly. So there is a tough competition in the market as the market flooded with the new products and innovations. Every day, new methods of advertising are used to influence the customers. Today, the concept of consumerism has gained considerable importance, and the consumers are treated as the kings. So, changes in the market situation changes the how we treat the customers and how we go for the advertisement process, everything. And the change in the technology has made the new varieties of products are flooded into the market, and we have to change to that market situations. And next one, social and political changes. So social, when we say social, we must add there's a cultural environment also. It's just some changes in the organization have to adjust for. Lot of social changes due to the education, knowledge, and government efforts, social equality, social and equal opportunities for men and women, equal pay for the equal work. So these are the changes has to be absorbed by the management, and when shaping this employment opportunity, marketing, and designing other policies. So organization have to keep it in mind while framing the policy or adopting the recruitment policies and employing and giving the employment. Then the political forces, political changes, which political environment within and outside the country have an important impact on the business, especially the transactional corporations. The interference of the government in business has increased tremendously in most of the countries. The corporate sector is regulated by a lot of laws and regulations. The organization do not have any control over the political and legal forces, but they have to adopt to the meet and the pressures of these factors. Okay, let us see what is the internal pressures. Internal pressures are too many, and it is very difficult to list them comprehensively. So some of the changes we can explain and we can study. So now number one is change in the managerial personnel. So one of the most frequent reasons for the change in the organization is the change of the executives at the top. No two managers have the same style, skills, or managerial philosophies. So whenever the company's CEO changes, the working pattern of that organization changes. So is the generations, the generation gap may be there, education changes may be there. So whenever the whenever the sons taking over the parents' father position, they try to make changes in everywhere. So that's a change in the managerial person also have a impact on for the change. And the nature of workforce. Sorry. The nature of workforce has changed over a passage of time. Different work values have been expressed by different generation. So, for example, the workers who are in the group of 50 plus, they will be very loyal to their employers. In the mid 30s to mid 40s, are loyal to themselves only. The younger generation of the workers will loyal to their careers. So these are the change in the workforce. So as the profile of the workforce changes, the new generation of the workers will fill in, and the greater emphasis on the human values and the question authority of the managers. So nature of the workforce will also have an impact on the changes. And next one, deficiencies in the existing organization. Sometimes changes are necessary because of some deficiencies in the existing organizational structure, arrangement, and processes. These deficiencies may be in the form of unmanageable span of management, larger number of managerial levels, lack of coordination among various departments, obstacles in communication, multiplicity of committees, lack of uniformity in the political decisions. These are all, and so on. So, however, the need of change in such cases goes unrecognized until some major crisis occurs. Next, other factors like employees' desire to share in decision making, employees' desire for higher wage rate, improvement in working conditions. So other factors are demand from the organization. So demands from the employees or demand from the labor unions. Whenever they demand, the changes will take place. So with this, I end this session. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.